This is the dough I have prepared for making double chocolate chip cookie, and look at the amount of chocolate chips in it. This chocolate chip cookie recipe makes the best thin and crispy chocolate chip cookies, which are really yum, and it's fully loaded with chocolates. Now, if you are ready, we can get started with the recipe ingredients. These are all the ingredients and they are laid out here. We are going to use two different type of sugar here and lots of chocolate chips. Now here I'm using milk chocolate chips, but if you prefer, you can go for dark as well. Now, first thing first, I have some butter here, which I'm going to melt in the microwave. And now I'm taking a big bowl. To that first, I'm putting my melted butter. To that, now I'm going to add two different varieties of sugar. Here I have 100 grams of white granulated sugar and also 160 grams of brown sugar. Now, both this sugar will give the cookies sweetness, but brown sugar will make sure it's a little bit crunchy and will give it the darkness, which is really nice. Okay, now that sugar is mixed in, I'm putting one large egg and a teaspoon of vanilla. These two ingredients will now make this batter a little bit loose, which will help us later put all the dry ingredients. Whisking is done and it looks something like this. Now I'm going to put all my dry ingredients one by one, and for that I always like to use a sieve. So 180 gram of flour, half teaspoon of salt and baking soda. You should always make sure that you sieve your dry ingredients so that there are no lumps or bigger chunks in it. Now just using a spatula to mix everything in. Once you are more or less happy with your mixture, but they are not fully incorporated, something like this, at that stage, I always like to put in my chocolate chips. All of it goes in. Now you want to mix everything in your batter. At this stage, you don't want to over mix because that will give you hard cookies, just until they are nicely incorporated. Now it's time to put them in the baking tray. So I'm going to use a teaspoon to measure my cookie doughs. And on baking tray, I'm putting a baking sheet which I have folded on the sides so that it's helpful and they don't flip up because my oven is a fan oven. Okay, I'm using this measurement, a teaspoon of cookie dough, so that all my cookies are similar sizes. This is a teaspoon. You can also go for a tablespoon. Just roll them using the palm of your hand and make sure you have enough space because they spread quite a lot. And now they are going in the oven for 15 minutes, and once they are done, they look golden and really yummy. Okay, so my cookies are done. Let them cool in the baking tray for 5 minutes and only then you transfer them into a cooling rack. This recipe makes really delicious, thin, and very crispy chocolate chip cookies, and they are loaded with lots of chocolates. After they cool down, you can store them, but today I'm not storing them. I'm taking it to a friend's house where my son is going for a play date. Thank you everyone for watching my video. If you want to follow me, I'm on Instagram, booblisworldcuisine.com, and I also have a blog, booblisworldcuisine.com.